The following is a HennessyHendo production. It includes excerpts and material from my vast collection of books and general knowledge. Please share the videos. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
The Lavon Affair, also known as Operation Susannah, was a failed Israeli covert operation in Egypt in 1954. It involved an Israeli spy ring that carried out bombings targeting American, British, and Egyptian civilian installations with the intent of blaming local Egyptian groups, specifically the Muslim Brotherhood, to destabilize Egypt's government and damage Egypt's relationships with Western powers. This operation, its exposure, and the subsequent political fallout led to a major scandal in Israel, including resignations and a power struggle at the highest levels of the Israeli government and military establishment. Date: 1954. Operation Susannah. Location: Egypt, mainly Cairo and Alexandria. Actors: Israeli Military Intelligence, Amman, Unit 131. Key targets: U.S. information centers, British installations, cinemas, libraries, and post offices. Objective: undermine Western confidence in Egypt under Nasser by framing local groups for terror acts. Result: operation failed, agents arrested, Israeli political scandal ensued. Part 1. Background context. 1. Geopolitical setting. In the early 1950s, Egypt under President Gamal Abdel Nasser was increasingly asserting its independence from colonial influence, particularly British control over the Suez Canal. Israel was concerned about the growing Egyptian military power and its alignment with Soviet bloc arms suppliers. There were fears in Israel that Britain and the US would withdraw support from Israel in favor of Egypt as a regional stabilizer. 2. Israeli concerns. Israel wanted to undermine Nasser's credibility with the West. A strategic interest emerged: delay the British withdrawal from the Suez Canal zone, ensuring that Egypt would remain weak and divided, with foreign powers still present. Part 2. The Operation. 1. Unit 131, a secret unit of Amman, Israeli military intelligence, made up of Jewish Egyptian agents who were sleeper operatives. Activated in 1954 under Colonel Binyamin Ghibli, Chief of Military Intelligence. 2. Operation Susannah. Plan: Israeli agents would plant bombs in Egyptian, British, and American civilian sites such as U.S. Information Agency libraries, British-owned movie theaters and post offices. These bombings were to be non-lethal, with attacks occurring at night and causing minimal casualties. The goal was to make it appear that Muslim Brotherhood, communists, or other Egyptian dissident groups were behind them. 3. Failure and arrests. On July 2, 1954, a bomb went off prematurely in the pocket of one of the agents, Philip Natanson, revealing the operation. Egyptian security services uncovered the spy ring and arrested several operatives. The captured agents were put on trial in a heavily publicized show trial in Egypt, further embarrassing Israel. Part 3. Fallout and scandal. 1. The political crisis in Israel. At the time, Pinhas Lavon was Israeli defense minister. A commission investigated the operation and who authorized it. Lavon denied giving the order and blamed IDF intelligence chiefs for acting without proper approval. 2. The blame game. Lavon was eventually forced to resign in early 1955, though he claimed he had been scapegoated. Later investigations, 1955 to 1960s, suggested Lavon had not approved the operation, implying the military leadership acted autonomously or even misled the political leadership. 3. Ben-Gurion returns. David Ben-Gurion, who had retired from politics, returned and replaced Lavon as defense minister. The affair triggered years of infighting within the Labour Party and the Israeli elite, particularly between the Lavon camp and the Ben-Gurion loyalists. Part 4. Repercussions. 1. Impact on Egyptian Jews. Egypt used the affair to crack down on its Jewish community. Hundreds of Jews were arrested or harassed. The case intensified anti-Jewish sentiment and contributed to the mass exodus of Egyptian Jews to Israel and elsewhere. 2. Damage to Israeli credibility. The operation severely damaged Israel's international reputation, especially with the US and Britain. It demonstrated a willingness to stage false flag terrorism, undermining Israel's moral high ground. 3. Intelligence community fallout. Unit 131 was disbanded. It led to reorganization and tighter civilian control over Israeli intelligence services, and demonstrated the dangers of rogue intelligence actions. Part 5. Legacy and Revelations. 1. Mistrust in civil-military relations. The affair left a lasting scar in Israeli politics, contributing to deep distrust between the military intelligence establishment and the civilian leadership. It laid the groundwork for later scandals involving the Mossad and IDF autonomy. 2. Admitted in 2005. In 2005, the Israeli government officially honored the surviving agents, finally acknowledging its role in the operation, 51 years after the events. Part 6. Connection to broader themes. 1. False flag operations. The Lavon Affair is often cited in discussions of false flag operations, acts of deception designed to appear as if carried out by other parties. It's sometimes used in anti-Israel or conspiracy theory rhetoric, though it is a well-documented and acknowledged event. 2. Cold War geopolitics. This operation reflects how small states like Israel navigated Cold War pressures and tried to manipulate imperial powers, Britain and the US, for strategic advantage. Part 7. Key players. Pinhas Lavon, Israeli defense minister, forced to resign. David Ben-Gurion, former PM, returned to power post-scandal. Colonel Binyamin Ghibli, head of Amman, directly responsible for Operation Susannah. Moshe Sharet, Israeli PM at the time, kept in the dark about the operation. Philip Natanson and Meir Max Bineth, key Egyptian Jewish operatives, arrested. Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egyptian leader who used the affair to consolidate power and target Jews. Conclusion: the Lavon Affair is a classic case of covert intelligence overreach and the unintended blowback that can follow. While designed to strengthen Israel's strategic position, it backfired dramatically, harming Israeli-Egyptian relations, international trust, and internal political cohesion. It remains a case study in intelligence ethics, civil-military relations, and the risks of clandestine operations.
Thank you for watching. Please share the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out other series including 10-minute synopses or complete audiobooks on HennessyHendo on YouTube. Improve your vocabulary. Be more fun at parties. Increase your knowledge. Become a literary master like Hendo.